Good morning from Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. We're located here at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. I'm your host, Don Acevedo, and my co-host over here, Mark Stoudemire, is working on our screen so we could show you some video clips, but he's still working on it. Today's Wednesday, July the 16th, 2025. The weather outside is 79 degrees with cloudy skies, the storm risk, I don't know if they're severe. There's a possible risk of severe weather today. The high today is supposed to reach 89 degrees. Pleasant day in the upstate. Our shout outs go to Jane, Heather, Josh, Carter, Blaine. Actually, Carter, this Sunday afternoon, Carter, his wife, and a bunch of people came out to our farm and they celebrated the coming of their new child, and they popped these little blue things and it came out it's going to be a boy, so they're excited about that. So we'll keep you posted on how it goes along from time to time. So it's for Carter and Kinsey. If you're watching out there, congratulations. Can't wait to see that little guy. Yeah, it's a little guy. Yeah, okay. And for Blaine, Hampton, Hudson, Kinsey, Kim, Josh, Blakely, Grant, Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia, if you're watching. Heidi, Charlie, Harper, and Julie Stoudemire. Hey, Julie, if you're watching. And a good long-time friend of mine in South Florida, Mr. David Hall. Hey, David. And, of course, always loving our son back here, Martin, who we miss dearly. Here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, we have music lessons all week. Fiddle, classical fiddle, mandolin, bass, guitar, banjo, anything with a string on it, we teach. We have the best instructors in the upstate by far. For more information, you could call me at 864-376-1482. Again, that number is 864-376-1482. Okay, we sell all kinds of stuff in here. Probably can't name it all, but we have a bunch of junk in here. To me, junk is good stuff. So every time I go out, my wife and I go traveling, I always stop at the junk places to buy more junk. So I got it all in the store. If you want to visit, come and see us. We sell hats, shirts, mugs. We also sell instruments, fiddles, banjos, mandolins, guitar, bass, banjos. Pretty much anything with a string on it, we'll sell it to you. And if we don't have an instrument for you here at the store, I'll make sure we can get you a high quality instrument at a good price. And we also give lessons here. By the way, Mr. Bell is here sitting in front of me. Welcome back. He had knee surgery on his left knee. He had the other one done years ago, but and he come back. He's already here, back again. Now he's got stitches from the top of his knee all the way back down. Oh, yeah, I was going to have him say something about it, but it's too much pain. He's sitting down for him to get up and come up here. A lot of pain. But he's here for his students, let me tell you that. He's always, he loves his music. He loves his students. So, yeah, he's here, even after having that surgery. They said it took him back at 6:30 in the morning. By noontime, he was on his feet. That's amazing what they can do with surgeries today. It's all done by robots, most of it. Okay, today our sponsor is Steck Equipment for all your equipment needs. And we are now an authorized dealer for this area located at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. And you can call here, 864-376-1482. Ask for me, Don, and I got some brochures on any type of equipment you want, or I can take you to the yard, which is not far from here, and show you all the equipment they have for sale there. So let me know if you're in need of a piece of equipment. If you'd like to sponsor our show, just give me a call. There's no charge to be a sponsor, and I can mention you as a sponsor. This week was Steck Equipment, so if you want to get on a sponsor, we'd be glad to do that. And you can also follow us on our social media pages, YouTube, Facebook under Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, and Instagram under BG Bluegrass. Click below. There's a little oblong box. It's white and it says subscribe. Make sure you hit that button now. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's what we want. We need some subscribers. Like I said before, here at Breazeale's, we teach all kinds of stringed instruments, banjo, guitar, bass, mandolin, fiddle, and whatever instrument you have, you're welcome. No matter what level of playing or singing, you're always welcome here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. We have a great time here. We have a great time. We don't allow no alcohol, and if you smoke, you got to go outside on the deck and smoke. We try to keep it a clean establishment, and we've been here almost 19 years, and we've never had a police officer here for anything. So we're a good, clean organization. So come and visit with us. We'd love to see you and have you. And lately we've been having probably about 4 people a week, new people a week. And I give them a tour of the back. There's more to this than just this. I have a luthier shop in the back, and I give them a tour of the back, and then they become what we call a Breazealian. Then you're an official Breazealian, so you are a member of the family here. So come by and see us, yeah. Okay, this morning we're trying to get a video working.
You talk about your trip,
Oh yeah. I went on a dairy retreat. We went for about 3 days, and I'll pull up here what it's about. Okay. It's the oh, she don't want me to talk about it. Huh? Yeah, I got something here. Okay, never mind. We'll talk about it some other time.
can't work the TV.
Huh?
I can't figure out the TV, so we'll, if what I was gonna do. Hello, everyone. We'll use my little computer.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's fine.
My little computer.
We have a hard time with this TV screen. We haven't figured it out. We've been working on it. Yeah. We have been working on it for a while, but we'll get it working one of these days, and we'll be able to show you some good videos that Mark has. He's got all kinds of videos.
That was your itinerary for your trip.
Oh, Tri-State Ag Expo.
On your, something about your phone?
July 16th,
Sorry, we're a little
17th,
discombobulated.
2025. At the Garrison Arena coming up. The Tri-State Ag Expo, July 16th and 17th, 2025 at the Garrison Arena. Right, not far from here. Okay, so what do we got, buddy?
Well, there's an old bluegrass song that I like a whole lot. We hardly ever play it here. It's called Pig in a Pen.
Oh yeah, that's a good song. That's
You
an old one.
familiar with that?
Yeah, that's an old one.
I was going to talk a little bit about it. Fiddlin' Arthur Smith from early in the 20th century, back around the 1920s and 30s, I guess. Let me pull up something on Arthur Smith here. Not the Arthur Smith that we all grew up with, guitar boogie Arthur Smith in Charlotte. This is a fiddlin' Arthur Smith, and open another tab. Okay, Fiddlin' Arthur Smith. Let me see if I can find his Wikipedia.
Okay.
Well, I find it on something other than Wikipedia. There are lots of people named Arthur Smith in the world. There are at least 2 famous Arthur Smiths in country music. Each of them seem to have decided to use their instrument to identify themselves, and the one we're talking about is Fiddlin' Arthur Smith, who had several different bands. The one mentioned here is the Dixie Liners. He kind of gets credit for introducing the great instrumental Blackberry Blossom.
Oh, that's a good song.
He played it. Based on my reading of the internet, there's some question as to whether he's actually the original writer, although I think he sometimes gets credit for it.
So he was
anyway,
not the original writer, or he was?
I can't tell from this. It says the song was around, probably from England or Scotland or somewhere, but he probably is the one who really introduced it to
Yeah.
here. Let me look that up since
What
you
was his
brought
name
that
again?
up. Arthur Smith.
Arthur Smith, yeah, Arthur Smith.
I did read that Bill Keith, when he was with Bill Monroe, the melodic banjo player who kind of introduced it to Bill Monroe and a lot of the bluegrass world, although Bobby Thompson was doing it at the same time. Apparently Bill Keith sort of introduced this thing to the banjo world, and it's great. It's called Blackberry Blossom, and
I think I used to play that on the fiddle years and years ago.
played it before. It's a
Yeah.
tune.
Yeah,
Fiddle tune in the key of G major. It's classified as a breakdown and is popular in old-time bluegrass and Celtic traditional circles. The tune has been in over 250 tune books. The tune became popular as recorded by Fiddlin' Arthur Smith, that's who we're talking about here. That version, according to Alan Jabor, supplanted an earlier tune played by Sanford Kelly from Morgan County, Kentucky, which is now represented by the tune "You Piney Mountain," Y-E-W Piney Mountain. Now there's another variant called Garfield's Blackberry Blossom, which is a little different. So it goes on about this, says the tune is closely associated with the old-time bluegrass traditions of the United States. It enjoys the distinction of being frequently played by traditional Irish musicians. And it gives a list of Irish musicians who covered it. According to Devon Wells, Blackberry Blossom as a banjo tune was brought to the public's attention as one of the earliest arrangements of Bill Keith, who I mentioned. He's the guy that introduced the Devil's Dream and Sailor's Hornpipe and Blackberry Blossom when he went with Bill Monroe back in the early 1960s. Tony Rice has an influential version of it. Mark O'Connor on the fiddle has recorded it. So why don't, since we're doing this, why don't I see if I can find Bill Keith, and then just let this thing play it into the mic unless you hear Blackberry Blossom. Take me a second to get there, Don.
yeah.
So talk
Mark
away.
has a wealth of information on bluegrass. Now, I don't know how much country, but boy, he's got a lot of information on bluegrass, how it started, when it started. Mark has followed this since he was a kid, I think. Nearly all his life he's followed music, especially bluegrass music. He played in a band. He was a banjo player for a good group. I think he gave me a little CD on their music. Great. This guy was a great banjo player.
That was my college buddies.
But yeah, his college buddies. But you know, he got this focal hand dystonia in his right hand, which is the hand that you use to pick the strings. So with that horrible disease, he can't play the banjo anymore. But he's learned to play it with 2 fingers and a guitar pick. Not as fast, but he does a good job with that as well.
Actually, I play with just my thumb now.
Yeah, oh, he said he plays it just with his thumb now, which I don't see how. I can't play a banjo without picks.
It's not Scruggs style banjo. I have to leave out half of the Scruggs
Yeah,
notes
yeah.
in
But,
order to play the melody at speed.
Yeah. But he still does a great job. I think some of you might have heard us pick up here with his banjo and his technique that he's learned over the years to be able to continue to play the 5-string banjo, which he loves so much. At his home, he's got more banjos, I think, than anybody I know, except for maybe the guy up in Seneca. What's his name?
Charles Wood.
No. Comes here every Saturday with his wife. Jack Knight, yeah.
Knight.
I never seen a collection like that. I mean, it's amazing. He's got 2 big old safes in a hideaway closet. It's got number Gibson, old Gibson banjos. let me tell you, they're high dollar. Give some banjos. I hope he has those insured, which I'm sure he does. Anyway,
Let's listen to Bela Fleck and B.B. Bonus play Blackberry Blossom.
okay, Blackberry Blossom.
So you'll know what that tune is about. We might just talk about Blackberry Blossom today.
Yeah.
It's a great, great tune. Okay, hang on just a second.
Say goodbye to those old beans that leave
Gotta
you
wait
feeling
for the
ground
commercial.
down. Beyond Brew is a shroom-tastic functional mushroom blend packed with
Okay,
organic
now I can
mushrooms like
skip. They're playing harmony banjos. Why there are two banjos? I believe Bela's playing the harmony. This is a live performance, just the two of them on YouTube. That's B.B. Bonus playing the lead right now. A little bit of single string banjo. Here's Bela. He's doing single string.
That's a good picking there.
They're both great. Pickers aren't they?
Who's it?
B.B. Bonus is the lady picker. Lady playing banjo. B.B. Bonus.
You know, there's a lot of good female banjo pickers out there, and you don't hear it from
Lots of great female. Well, we got one right here next day, Kristen Scott Benson.
Yep. Yep.
Won the Steve Martin Prize a few years ago.
I was going to text her yesterday. And that was great.
It's a workshop.
Yeah.
That was a workshop.
Yeah.
Okay. You
was
talk
great.
a minute. Let me see if I can find Arthur Smith doing that.
Okay,
on
I'll
the
talk
fiddle,
a minute.
since
I got
that was
a
really
few
the
announcements
original.
here.
Okay.
First of all, we want to wish happy birthday to Mr. Drew Sanders, a good friend of ours, and he was a great friend, one of Martin's best friends. He's in the landscape business. He does concrete work, landscaping, stone work, does beautiful work. I mean, absolutely beautiful work. So call Drew Sanders Landscaping. You probably can find it on the internet, Drew Sanders Landscaping. Okay, a little bit more of an update on the Southeast Dairy Youth Retreat in Bowling Green, Kentucky that we were at last week. The youth forum was from South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Virginia, Texas, Florida, and Kentucky. We toured dairies, the cheese processing plant, which I enjoyed that. I bought a bunch of different types of cheese. I've tried one of them and they're just great. They buy cattle from surrounding states for sale. Come from Anderson also, a huge feed plant.
The CPC
Commodities plant. We also went into the Lost River Cave, a boat ride. This was amazing. It's a river that goes underneath highways in a town. It goes way back in there. And it was just amazing. That took you back to way back in there. And they have all the rock formation. The boat went under one. We all had to get down low on the boat because that's how low the rocks were. I mean,
Okay.
about like this, you know. So that was pretty cool. We enjoy going to these retreats all the time. There were many meals provided by different groups of people in the Kentucky area. That was great. They had dairy judging of cows. Western Kentucky University. It's an educational station. We had a fun time. It was great, and look forward for next year where they're talking about having it in Texas. Don't know that yet for sure, but we'll be there. Yeah. So if you have young kids, you need to get them involved in dairy youth retreat programs. Okay.
You won't. We're gonna play 2 minutes and 43 seconds of Fiddlin' Arthur Smith. Along with one of his trio groups was Arthur Smith and Alton and Rabin Delmore, the Delmore brothers, who I know you've heard about if you've followed Bluegrass for a long time. They were one of the brother groups, early pioneers, the Delmore brothers. Well, they played with Arthur Smith at some point along the line, and we're going to play that fiddle tune so you can compare it to Bela and BB's banjo tune that you just heard. But this is from the guy who apparently introduced the song, if he didn't write it. I think sometimes he gets writing credit, but some have indicated it may have already existed. Let me start that again. Okay. Fiddlin' Arthur Smith and the Delmore brothers. Blackberry Blossom.
Yeah.
Listen. We'll stop it for just a second. That is the B part of the song, and today, everyone who plays it today uses the chords E minor and probably B minor, but if you'll listen real close when they go into that B part, the band is using an E major chord to back him up instead of the E minor that we all use today. So listen close. It's kind of like The Foggy Mountain Breakdown original recording where Lester
Yeah.
kept playing an E major while Earl was playing the E minor.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd said this before, Earl tried to get him to play E minor, but he never could. And now it's really kind of characteristic of that original recording.
Yeah.
So sometimes it does work. So here, listen close to that B part. This is the A part. There's the E major. This has got about another 50 seconds. Just kind of played it over and over again,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Yeah.
Only the fiddle, no other instrumental break. Kind of like they might do for a square dance or something, maybe. And that's it. That's Fiddling Arthur Smith and the Delmore Brothers with what I guess you would say is pretty close to the original Blackjack recording.
Huh. That was some good
That's
information.
what I've got.
That was some good information, Mark. Thank you
y'all
so
enjoyed
much.
it.
We got about 2 minutes
Y'all
left
enjoyed
on
the
the
history.
show, so again, we thank you all for watching, and we'll be back next week, Wednesday at 11 a.m., same time, same station. And last week I missed it, but I tried to do it on the road from my phone. I don't know if you got that, but yeah, I did a little short segment, very short, 10-minute segment on the road. So I hope you got that. And again, thank you for watching. Thank you, Mark, for all that wonderful information. He comes back time and time and time again with all the.
I was actually going to talk about Pig in a Pen, which our Fiddling
yeah.
Arthur Smith also gets credit for introducing. So we'll have to do that another time.
Yeah, we'll do that next time.
Maybe I can get the TV to work.
Yeah, we get the TV working. Okay, thank you for watching. Come back next week, 11 a.m., same time, same station. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, and thank you, the producer, my wife. She's done a great job filling in today for our show. Thank you, Jane.